cherry Pepsi, Gatorade, or water. Psst. Cherry Pepsi all day, every day, baby. Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, this video, we're gonna be cleaning my new to me 2009 Harley Davidson Electra Glide Ultra Classic right here behind me. It's beautiful pearl white with a metallic gray and a blue pinstripe. It's absolutely beautiful. In this video, we're gonna be cleaning the whole entire motorcycle. We're gonna get this thing ready. We're gonna be using it on car shows where we have a booth set up with our detailing products. We're gonna use it as like the prop at the front of the booth for people to see it, to draw their attention. And they can come over and start asking questions of what we used on the chrome, what we used on the paint, and so on and so forth, I should say. But this video, we're gonna wash it. I'm not gonna show you a ton of that. I have a video already on that. We're gonna wash it. We're gonna correct the paint. The vinyl / leather seat, we're going to clean and put a leather coating on it. And then we're gonna tear down the bags. It's like that the bags are already off of it, but we're gonna tear off the side panels, everything. Deep clean this bike so it looks absolutely as good as possible, and get it ready for the car shows we plan on taking it to. So let's do it. All right, you guys, so this is it right here. The bags are already off of it. I have them inside, but I want to show you it's in need of a deep cleaning. These wheels are pretty, I mean, they're pretty filthy. Tires are filthy. We'll clean the tires up. Obviously no tire shine on there. You guys will see it with the bags on at the end, but we need to clean it with the bags off of it. The chrome and everything's in pretty decent shape, actually. But like the fairing's dirty, dust and stuff everywhere. I'll clean the frame. We'll probably put a coating on the frame also, everywhere we can get to it. The back wheels are pretty bad. I don't know if they've ever been cleaned. Probably not. We're gonna clean the air shocks, just everything, you guys. Everything I can clean, everything that I can clean. Probably take the bag off, or the tour pack. See, as you can see, got a paper plate on it. We've only had it a couple weeks. Clean all the chrome underneath there. Clean the exhaust. Take the luggage rack off so we can paint correct that and put the coating on it. We're going to be installing Geon Pure. It'll probably be in this video, but also make a separate dedicated video also for that. As you can see, it's pretty good shape though. The guy took pretty good care of it. I love the paint scheme. So let's get to cleaning this thing. And like I said, I'm not going to show you a lot of the wash process. Now that I got the bike inside and dry, I'm going to start taking off the panels. I need to take off the seat, and the main reason why is I want to clean underneath it, but I bought these chrome side covers for it also. That's just going to really tidy up this side of the bike, being that this listen to me, this black plastic's kind of out of place, in my opinion. That's going to really make that look really nice. I got these off Amazon, 30 bucks I think for the pair. Didn't realize they were going to be kind of a pain to install, but we'll deal with it. So basically, I'm going to take the panels off. I got a table back here. I'm going to set everything on. I need to get the seat off. I'm going to see if I can get the tour pack off. I've never done it. I just got this bike, but I'm sure that it can't be that difficult to do, I wouldn't think. But these should just pull off like that. So there's that panel there. And as you guys can see, and I'll show you how dusty it is. As you can see, this is pretty nasty. Probably never ever been cleaned underneath here, so it's going to get a really, really good cleaning. I don't think it's all that difficult. Okay, now this right here is the bracket for a backrest. So the original owner apparently had a backrest on here, which is great. I noticed that the switch, which is over here, is still intact, so that's awesome. I want to take the seat off so I can clean this. This is the computer, and then the battery's sitting right underneath the computer. So on we go. All right, you guys, so the tour pack is off. It's really simple, just those 4 bolts. And we are ready to rock and roll. I can now get to all this chrome that's underneath easily. I can polish in here if I need to polish in here, which I'll probably do. Just all around, it makes it a lot easier to get to all the chrome work that I need to do. I could actually remove this if I wanted to, but I'm probably not going to. I don't know. We'll see. It'd be easy to remove if I had to. Also, I bought this at Harbor Freight for 60 bucks on sale. I'm an Inside Track Club member, and you just ride the bike up on it, locks it in, and you put the tie downs on it, so that way the bike can sit straight up while I'm working on it, which is awesome. And then there's the saddlebags right there on the saddlebag holder that I made. And I'm going to be using a rinseless wash, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the rinseless wash into my towel, like so. Going to get it nice and wet, and then we're just going to come in, we're just going to start wiping. I've already done the other side. The other side looks fantastic. Really, really happy with it. But as you can see, it's pretty dirty. Part numbers now on this. Let me show you guys how much better that looks. We actually have some gloss here on this pipe. And then the swing arm looks way better. Still need to do some more work to it, but now we're not all dusty and nasty looking. So by taking this heat deflector off, you guys, which was not easy because this bolt's up against this head, the valve cover, I can get in here now and I can clean all this nastiness that's on everything in here, just all the dust and stuff. I can clean all of it. You see it all right there where my hand's been going. And then I'm going to install this. That's going to look so much better. It's going to tie everything in together. So before we jump right into paint correction, you guys, we need to decontaminate the paint. The paint was not terrible, just a little bit of contaminant you can feel. I'm using Distinctive Details Final Touch Detail Spray, which is a fantastic clay lubricant, and an Adams Polishes Fine Clay Bar, just to remove the minor contaminants that this paint had in it. So that way, when we go into polishing, we're not going to fill up our pad with contaminants first thing. All right, you guys, so I'm using Geon's compound here on the back. I just want us to get a taste of how this paint's going to feel, if it's soft or not. It is a little soft. But let me show you what it looked like before. And if you follow the light, it's going to get nice and clear. Let me take you around to this side. Look how good that looks. So for the compounding stage, you guys, I'm using a 1-inch polisher. This is one from Adams Polishes. It's their micro polisher. It works fantastic with their compounding 1-inch pad. It gets me in tight little places that motorcycles have. It doesn't get me in everywhere, but it gets me into most of them. And it does a really, really good job. It spins just fast enough to get the compounding done, which is all you need a machine like that to do. And the Geon compound works amazing. I did get a little bit of dusting, but not terrible. But it does a really good job, as you're going to see right here coming up. The paint looks so much better. Look at that. Is it perfect? No, I'm not going for perfection. I'm just going for better, because this is thin and soft paint on these Harley Davidsons. So on the fuel tank, you can see the before right here.
The fuel tank was the worst, which is expected on a motorcycle because that gets touched more than anything else, especially by jeans or leaning over the bike or whatever. And then this is the after. It looked absolutely fantastic. The Geon compound did an amazing job bringing that pearl out. It just looks really, really good.
Now we're going to apply Q2 primer. Now what this is a very light polish, a finishing polish that's going to bring out tons of gloss. Your finish is high here on the scale and your cut is very low, about a 3 out of 6. But it will cut a little bit. It will do a little bit of minor swirls, imperfections removal. But what we're going for here is to bring all the gloss out, as much gloss as possible. And it's going to leave a primer behind. Wait 24 hours, you can coat right over top of it. No need to put a paint prep or anything like that on top of it.
Nice. So to keep the video from being an hour long, you guys, I didn't show all the compounding or all of the finishing like right here. It's pretty much the same on all motorcycles and all cars. So I figured I would just show you a little bit of the compounding, a little bit of using the primer slash finishing polish. And that's what this is. Primer is basically a one-step that leaves SiO2 behind, and as it hardens in 24 hours, you can just put a ceramic coating right over top of it, which was my goal. And it is so easy to use, makes the paint really slick, and look at that gloss. It's absolutely amazing, you guys. It looks so good. So when I bought the bike, I saw this fog in the headlights, like, oh great, I'm going to have to replace that. But if I replace that, I'm going to want to replace the spotlights to match it and this and that. But I found a video on YouTube. I'll put a link up at the very top of the screen to my video on it, where I mentioned the guy in the video. But I just use my diamond clear glass cleaner, soak microfiber towel, shove it down in there, and then I use a nut driver that has no bit in it to move it around. Then I put a dry towel in, and then the final results speak for themselves. So the coating I decided to go with on this bike, you guys, is Geon Pure Evo. It's their brand new Evo line of coatings, and this is a 3-year coating. It's very simple. It's one of the reasons I wanted to use this, because I'm going to be showcasing this bike at car shows in my booth, and if people ask me what's on it, I want to be able to show them a product that I know without a doubt in my mind that they can use easily and get fantastic results and amazing gloss. That's what it's designed for. It's designed for gloss. It's very easy to apply. You can wait up to 10 minutes before wiping off, depending on where you live, depending on the humidity, how hot or how cold it is. There's always those variables, but it's such an easy coating. And once you let it flash, I think I let it go for like 7 minutes or something like that, if I remember right, in this video. And then I started wiping with my first towel, which is a low GSM, and then I went with a high GSM for the final buff, and it looked amazing.
So I have Extreme Solutions Medallion. This is a very liquidy product, but it works extremely well. And then I have Geon's Q2M metal polish. This is a thick metal polish. I like that it's in this tube style, like toothpaste tube. It's very easy to control. Both work fantastic. I'm not going to say this one's better than that one or that one's better than that one. I really can't tell you. Both have done exactly what I want them to do. Very happy with this. So I just use a high GSM, 500 GSM for application, and a high GSM for removal. So let me show you guys. We're going to do a couple different things. One is going to be this badge. As you can see, there's actually surface rust on it. Okay, the badge and the little trim piece, I guess I should say. And then I'm going to show you guys this also. You can see, I don't want to say pitting right there. It's hard to show chrome. Not pitting, but surface rust is starting to take place on this, because the rest of the bike is in actually pretty good shape.
So I want to show you guys the consistency of this Geon metal polish. It's like a toothpaste. It's thick. I do like that about it. I really do like that about it. But when it comes to metal polishing, I usually do it by hand. I'm not going to say that I'm a professional metal polisher by any stretch of the imagination, nor do I have the big buffers and stuff people use to remove major oxidation, stuff like that off metal. I've just never really done it. I just do it by hand. Doing it this way really makes the chrome shine. It's going to remove those that little bit of surface pitting that you have and a little bit of surface rust that you have, which I'll show you here in a second. And this chrome is just going to look brand new. Now, when it comes to metal polishes, there hasn't been a big change in metal polishes over the last several years. In my opinion, pretty much all metal polishes for the most part seem to work about the same. It just depends on either what brand you want to buy, or the consistency, whether you want it kind of liquidy or if you want it thick like the Gion. So once I get the new towel out and I start buffing the metal polish off, you guys are going to see the final result. It looks fantastic. The chrome looks almost brand new, and that pitting we saw at the very beginning is gone. So now you'll see the consistency of Medallion. It's a runny product, but it doesn't like run all over the place like off your towel. It stays where you put it, but it is a little bit more runnier. So it's more of a preference thing when it comes to metal polish for people. But you guys remember all the rust, everything that was on this. Now this is going to take a couple cleaning attempts. I show you the first one, I do it again, but then I show you the final result. I don't want people to think I got it all in one shot. I got it about 80% better. It really just needs a new trim piece and new medallion, to be honest with you. It hasn't been taken care of. It's been neglected. But as you'll see, the difference is still really good. So as you see right there, we have reduced drastically the amount of rust specks or spots that were on that chrome. So the rest of the chrome on the bike is in good shape, like on this primary drive cover. I still go over it with a good metal polish. I'm using Medallion here, and I rub it the same way that I would on bad chrome. And then I go over it with a buffing cloth and I hit it, and it just really enhances the chrome, makes it look shinier and clean. Even the kickstand's gonna get a little bit of love. Finally, down to one of the last few steps, clean the leather seat. As you can see, it's kind of glossy. It's got a shine to it. You want your leather to be dull. That's how you know it's clean. We're going to use Gion's Leather Cleaner Mild. This is a very safe leather cleaner, hence the word mild. They do have a leather cleaner strong. This seat did not require that. This was just dirty enough that it needed the mild cleaner. As you can see here, you can see it's basically like jeans transfer and dirt from it sitting outside. Just minor stuff, and we're just going to get the seat looking really good before we put a leather coating on it. So once you get done using mild, you want to go over the entire seat with just water. Clean it off to make sure you got all of the residue of mild left over off of the seat, and then you're ready to start coating. So we're going to use Gion's Leather Shield. This is a ceramic coating for your leather interior on your car. You apply it basically the same way you do a coating on the paint. Make sure it's in straight line motions, and then you're just going to let it sit on there for several minutes before wiping off. But it's an extremely easy product to use. The one tip that I will give you is to make sure you have a good light handy, because I thought I got the whole thing covered, and I obviously didn't. And I got the light out and I started noticing spots that I didn't even get the coating. So you need a really good light. And then after having it on there for several minutes, you're just going to go over it with a clean towel, and you're just going to buff it basically to perfection. And then it's ready to go at that point. So as you can see here, the leather looks so much better. Yes, it has a little bit of like what you call gloss. That's because of the lights on my ceiling. In person, the leather is dull looking. It's clean. It looks amazing.
All right, you guys, so I have brand new clean gloves on. That means anything I touch is going to stay clean. I'm not going to get my fingerprints all over everything. Let's put this thing back together. Everything I put back on is going to get Loctite on the threads because these things vibrate like crazy. While it's easy to get to, I'm going to check the air pressure of the rear shocks. Between 40 and 50 psi, 50 psi is where you want to be. You can get some with the bags on, but it's kind of difficult. There's good, 49 psi. sure some of you noticed I was a little bit too eager to get the bags put on. Got to put the side covers on first. Make sure I'm completely lined up before I push it in. This is why it's important to have the clean gloves on, that way I don't put my fingerprints all over pieces like that. Now I can put the bag back on. So pretty much the last step here, you guys, is going to put the business name on it. Now, what I had them do is I had them use a font like Harley Davidson uses, a cursive font. In the silver or the gray is the same color. They came out and paint matched it as the gray on the bike, and the blue on the outline is the same color as the blue pinstripe on the bike. I didn't want to go with white, obviously, because that is the main color of the bike. But I think this is going to look fantastic right above this Harley Davidson logo right here. All right, you guys, so to say that I'm happy with this bike, the way that this bike overall turned out would be an understatement. I am just blown away by it. It looks absolutely amazing. There was a lot of swirls, especially on the bags, on the tank. The fairing really not that bad at all, which was kind of surprising. But it is expected on a bike that's 13 years old and most likely has never had a paint correction done on it. The chrome turned out amazing. The leather, the seats feel brand new. They feel amazing. They look amazing. They're dull, which is what you want when you have clean leather. They just look brand new, like off the factory showroom floor, other than one little tiny wear spot in it. Plexiglass looks good. I don't think I took any video of the plexiglass. I'm trying to remember all the videos that I took because I haven't edited it or anything yet. Chrome, like I said, looks amazing. The fairing, everything in here looks good. The gauges, could not be happier with the way that this bike turned out. Now, the Geon Pure was so simple to use, extremely simple, and the paint literally, I hope the camera did it justice, looks absolutely dripping wet. It in person, and that's amazing on a pearl white color, but it just looks, especially in the garage, it looks crazy. Looks like you could touch it and it'd just be wet paint. It looks amazing. The compound and prime works fantastic. The Geon metal polish and the Extreme Solutions medallion metal polish both work fantastic as far as the chrome is concerned. So I'm trying to think of everything that I did to it in this video. Oh, the headlights. The headlight itself looks amazing. So much better. All that fog is gone now. The spotlights that on the side of the headlights, they look about 80 to 85% better, somewhere around there. Now my paint correction, I will say, as far as the paint is concerned, it's about 96, 97, 98% perfect. And I say that because right up against the center console, there's some swirls, just very, very minor. And there's rubber right there. I didn't want to get up against that rubber, so I'll live with that. There's a couple small ones back here that I've seen up along the body lines, along the edges where the paint's going to be the absolute thinnest. This paint is already soft and somewhat thin, so I didn't want to go digging into it. I'm happy with it. I know my limitations. I know when I should stop, because if you ever tell yourself to stop, you're like, you know what, I'll just do one more time. That's probably when you're going to get yourself in trouble. The fairing didn't have a lot of swirls on it. The front fender didn't have a lot of swirls on it. It's just the gas tank, the bags, and the tour box. But everything looks absolutely incredible now, you guys. So yeah, from start to finish, this is beyond what I thought it was going to be, which is awesome. I'm just absolutely blown away. I cannot wait to get out on the road on it now and drive it, take it to shows so people can see it. Now, speaking of shows, we're doing at least 2 shows here coming up very soon. Labor Day here in Greenfield, Indiana, where we're from. It's going to be at the First Church of the Nazarene Church on State Road 9. They're having a car show on Labor Day. We're going to have a booth there where we're selling products, and the bike is going to be there if you want to come check it out. And then at the end of September, we're doing DuckTales up in Gas City, Indiana. That is a 4-day event. I will be there all 4 days selling products. The bike is going to be there also. If you guys want to come check this bike out in person. And anything that I use in this video, almost everything you use in this video, you will find on my website. I'll put a link in the description of the video. But if you come to a car show, we'll have show specials, and we'll have bundles, especially for like motorcycles, with a 30 ml bottle, a compound, a primer in the 4-ounce bottles, and you guys will be able to buy all this stuff. And if you have a motorcycle or even a car, they'll do just fine on a car also, you guys. It's not made just for a motorcycle. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking out. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked the video and you liked the way the bike turned out, leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of how the bike turned out. I love reading comments like that. If you have not taken a second, take a second, go down, hit subscribe button, and then turn the little bell on right next to it. Turn on all post notifications so that every time I upload a video, you do get notified. And we'll see you in the next video.